Chapter 9. The cell was silent, the air heavy with unspoken questions. Tobias shifted uneasily, his gaze moving from the cold steel walls to Dusan, who sat with his back against the wall. Warren sat nearby, arms crossed, his expression tight. Tobias curious, breaking the silence.
So, this whole Adam and Eve thing, what's your take on it?
Dusan lifts his head, his eyes narrowing as a faint smirk crosses his face, casual, but with an edge.
You've been thinking deeper than I gave you credit for, Tobias. Smart. I noticed you didn't bring it up before.
Tobias pressing, raising his eyebrow.
Yeah, but you didn't either. Why not?
Dusan leaning forward, voice serious.
Because I don't believe Adam and Eve made a mistake. I think they were meant to do exactly what they did. Predestined.
Warren tilting his head, intrigued.
Predestined? You mean planned? By who?
Dusan leans back, his expression thoughtful but grim but deliberate.
When those beings, the Watchers or gods, whatever you want to call them, came down, they shared their knowledge with Ramses II. And Ramses, well, he used it for good. He wanted humanity to thrive. But then...
He pauses, his jaw tightening. Dusan sharper now.
Then the Romans got involved. That's when everything changed.
Tobias, leaning closer, confused.
Changed how?
Dusan, grim, voice low.
They didn't just crucify Jesus. They took over the church. They seized the order and twisted it into a tool for control. Ramses' dream of helping humanity was erased. Kindness turned into dominance. It didn't stop there. From the Romans to the British Empire, all the way to discovering America, they've kept twisting the truth, shaping history to fit their agenda.
Tobias, shaking his head, skeptical.
If Adam and Eve were God's children and the order claims to follow God, why would they kill Jesus? He was teaching people about God.
Dusan lets out a heavy sigh, his gaze darkening.
Exactly. It doesn't add up, does it? The order claims to uphold divine truth, but their actions say otherwise. Something twisted them. A dark force, or maybe someone. I've seen it with my own eyes. They're not just misguided. They're evil. Pure. Unrelenting evil.
Before anyone can speak, the loud groan of metal breaks the tension. The cell door creaks open, revealing a shadowy figure stepping inside. The figure.
Well, these are the two I've been hearing so much about, causing quite the stir already.
The figure's gaze settles on Dusan, their lips curling into a cruel smile. The figure mocking.
And Dusan, how long has it been?
Dusan stands abruptly, fists clenched, his face a mix of rage and disgust. Without hesitation, he spits at the figure's feet. Dusan snarling.
Not long enough.
The figure laughs, a cold echoing sounds darkly amused.
Oh, Dusan, you're still full of fire, I see. Now why would you do that?
In a blink, the figure phases through the cell bars, moving like smoke. They stop inches from Dusan's face, unbothered. With a flick of their wrist, Dusan's body flies backward, slamming into the wall with brutal force. Tobias, panicking.
What the hell?
The figure turns slowly, their eyes locking onto Warren, talking cold and commanding.
Now you're coming with me.
Warren's body lifts into the air, his limbs flailing as if held by invisible strings. He struggles, shouting in panic. Warren yelling,
Let me go! Put me down!
Tobias screaming, desperate.
No! Warren!
Dusan pushes himself off the wall, blood dripping from the corner of his mouth, roaring and furious.
You evil son of a bitch, Maxwell.
The figure, Maxwell, grins wickedly, savoring the chaos. Without another word, he turns and walks out, Warren floating behind him like a puppet. The door slams shut with a deafening clang, leaving the cell eerily quiet. Tobias, breathless, turning to Dusan.
What just happened?
Dusan wipes the blood from his lip, his face pale, his voice shaking with fury.
That was Maxwell. And things just got a lot worse.